So do you know the difference between we used to and we are used to? I'm going to
We
type
are
something.
used to, yeah.
We used to, and can you see what I'm typing here? I'm going to type something here.
I'm waiting, yes.
Yeah, are used to plus a gerund. Okay, so I'm going to show you what this pattern is.
Oh, we used to, okay.
Okay, so
Used to, yeah.
if you say we used to do a lot of paperwork, that means, what does that mean? Do you do it anymore? That means you don't do it. No. We used to do a lot of paper means in the past.
In the past, yeah.
That's a past habit. So you have to be careful about it. That is a past habitual action. Habit or habitual action. And we don't do it anymore. We don't do paperwork anymore. So if you say we used to do paperwork, that means we don't do it anymore. We used to do it means we did it regularly, we did it usually, we did it every day, but we don't do it anymore. And I think what you really want to say is we are used to doing paperwork.
Yeah, I'm still working right now, yeah.
Okay, so if you say we are used to doing paperwork, this means we are accustomed to doing a lot of paperwork.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that means you usually do it, and it's no big deal. It's not anything complex for you. You know how to do it. You know which paper needs to be filled out at what time. Right? So which one do you want to say?
We are used to doing paperwork.
Right. Okay, so be sure you have used to doing. The most important thing, okay, in the terms of the grammar, we have used to and be used to. Those are different things. Used to do is something in the past.
Yeah.
But to be used to means to be accustomed to be easily familiar with. So you have to have the verb be in there, which you can contract, we're. And then the next thing we hear is interesting, the difference between one syllable do and two syllables doing. So do and doing. That's another key thing that we hear and helps give us the meaning. So if you say we used to do, we don't hear the of we are, that's okay. But we need to hear the word do or doing. And if you say we're used to do the paperwork, then we think that's past and we don't do it anymore. But if we hear we're used to doing paperwork, then I say, oh, I can relax, you know what you're supposed to do because you have that custom. All right, so make sure that when you are used to doing something, you use the gerund or the ing form of the verb after the preposition. So you know what's really confusing in English is the word, well, words that are used with different functions, right?
Yeah.
So when you use the word we are used to doing paperwork, used to, accustomed to, that is an adjective. So just like when we say I'm tired, right? ed ending, I'm interested, I'm bored, I'm excited, I'm used. Those ed endings are often used to identify a verb. An adjective, a characteristic that describes a noun. Now the other thing is the word to has more than one meaning. Sometimes it's part of the infinitive, as in we used to do paperwork but now we don't. To do is, that to belongs to the infinitive. But when we use the word to, used to something, that means that it is a preposition. Prepositions are followed by nouns, pronouns, and gerunds. For example, weather. The beautiful weather, warm weather, hot weather, cold weather. Are you used to the weather in California? I'm used to mild weather. I'm not used to extreme weather of hot and cold. I'm not used to that kind of weather. Weather, that's a noun. I'm not used to it. I'm not used to it. It, pronoun. Then, if you use a gerund, I'm not used to living in weather with extreme high and low temperatures. I'm used to living in a very mild climate as we have here in the San Francisco Bay Area. So those are some ways that you can think about how to use the different functions of the word used as once as a verb in the past versus using it as an adjective form, being meaning accustomed. And the word to sometimes is part of the infinitive verb, and other times it is a preposition. Preposition. Oh, I didn't spell that right. Preposition. So if you remember about prepositions, then you know that after a preposition, prepositions are followed by one of three things. Followed by 1, a noun, 2, a pronoun, and 3, a gerund. Prepositions are followed by those 3 parts of speech. So the word to is a little bit tricky because it has different functions. And when you see it on paper, you might think one thing, but it's not that one, it's the other one. So you have to sort of examine the phrase in. And the one with used to is particularly difficult because we have to be used to plus a gerund versus used to do something in the past. So tell me something that you used to do when you were younger, but you don't do anymore. Think of several things that you used to do, but you don't do anymore.
Sorry, my phone.
Oh.
Yeah, I used to be take a shower under the rain with my brothers when I'm young.
Oh.
Outside on the streets.
Okay.
Back from Vietnam.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, let's say that again, but let's see if we can clean up the grammar mistakes.
Yeah.
So we don't want to say I used to be take a shower. How do you say that? Okay, I used to take a shower.
A shower.
Okay, I used to take a shower, so don't put the word be in there. I used to take a shower, or take a shower. I missed that one. And then what else? Where?
Outside in the street.
Outside on the street.
Raining.
Okay, right. Outside on the street. Now you can either say on the street or you can say in the street. Most of the time Americans say on the street and British may use the word in the street. That's not a big deal. But what you did say was under the rain. And in English we don't say under the rain. We say in the rain.
In the rain.
In the rain. Yeah. So I know that it may be Vietnamese and maybe a little bit like Chinese. Because my husband sometimes says something like under the shade of the tree. And I say, no, in English we don't say under the shade. We say under the tree, but we say in the shade.
Oh, in the shade.
In the shade and in the sun and in the rain. So if you, for example, in the English way of thinking of it, if you are in the rain, that means the rain is coming down and you are in it. I mean, it's hitting you. But if it's under the rain, it sounds like maybe that you have an umbrella or something to protect, and you're under it, but you're not getting wet.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Yeah, because Vietnamese different. We always think under, yeah.
Yeah, so you used to take a shower outside in the street in the rain. When? Okay, so tell me the whole sentence.
We used to take a shower outside on the streets in the rain.
Oh, okay. But now?
It's no more. We grow up.
Okay, no, don't say it's no more. So now, but now, think of a different way to say it instead of saying it's no more. Say something else, another way.
The weather is always too cold.
Well, now we don't do that.
Now we don't do that. Yeah.
Now we don't do that. But we don't shower. You don't take a shower that way anymore.
Yes.
Okay, so you can use the word anymore. Okay, so pay attention to the grammar. But now we don't do that. But we don't take a shower that way anymore. Yeah. In Vietnam, when you were little, did you have any public bath where you would go to take a shower?
No.
No? Okay.
Only in the hotel, not the outside, not the public. Yes.
Oh, I see. My husband told me when he was growing up, every once in a while his father would take him by the hand. They would walk far away to the public bath.
Oh, I see.
And
Maybe
then,
he live in the country, in the farm or something.
well, you know,
No,
he
yeah,
lived in a
different.
city, but of course, in those days, what it was called a city is not anything comparable to
Oh,
what
maybe
you
maybe he
something
older
nowadays.
than me. So yes.
Yeah. Tell me something else you used to do, but you don't do anymore.
I used to play kung fu, taekwondo when I
really?
was 14 years old.
Okay. How come you don't anymore?
I don't have time anymore.
Taekwondo is good,
Taekwondo, yes.
right? Taekwondo, and where did you learn it?
Taekwondo learned from Vietnam. I learned from Vietnam.
Okay, so did you learn Taekwondo from Vietnam or in Vietnam?
In Vietnam.
Okay, in Vietnam. What's the difference?
From inside the country, isn't it? Inside.
Okay, so yeah, right. You need to say, I learned Taekwondo. I didn't spell it correctly, but I learned Taekwondo in Vietnam because that's the place, right? And if you want to use from, what word needs to come after that?
From place to place, isn't it?
I learned Taekwondo from my teacher.
From my teacher, yes.
Right? I learned Taekwondo from my uncle. I learned Taekwondo from my mom. I learned Taekwondo from my neighbors.
Yes.
That means they taught me. So when you learn something from someone, that means that someone taught you how to do it. So
that's why sometimes I have the mind like Vietnamese Thai. I still like translate from Vietnamese language to American. That's hard.
Yeah, that's probably what happens in your mind, huh? Yeah, you're thinking.
Mind mix up, yeah.
Yeah, right. So, see, do you like me to tell you about these things? I mean, it's not so much about pronunciation, but it helps your language. Is that good? Yeah. So, when you learned Taekwondo, did you have a mixed class for girls and boys, or was it separate?
We mix together, boys and girls together.
Boys and girls. Boys and girls together.
Yes.
And was it very popular sport?
It's very popular. Yeah, popular, of course.
Well, did you think about continuing when you came here?
I did after graduation. Yes.
After I
practiced 1 year. 1 year only. Yeah, and then after that I don't have time anymore. So.
Okay. So after you graduated from where? From high school?
No, from college.
From college? Did you practice it before that? Did you practice it during college?
After I graduation from engineering degree. So.
Okay, so after
engineering.
Okay, so when you want to say after I, what kind of word comes next? A noun or a verb?
Verb.
Verb. So graduation, is that a noun or a verb?
Graduation, that's a noun.
That's a noun, right? Okay, move your camera down a little bit because now your chin is kind of like this.
Okay.
Just a little bit down.
It's better now.
Yeah, better.
We've graduated.
Okay, so you have to say after I graduated from college.
From college, yeah.
I practiced for 1 year. Say it. All right. How many syllables do you hear in the word graduated?
Graduate of 3.
Graduated. When I say it, I'm saying 4. Graduated. 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 Can you hear 4? Okay, where's the stress? Where's the stress on this word? 4. First one? Okay, show me. Graduated.
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 After I graduated from college.
After I graduated from college.
Okay, stop. You're still putting a little bit too much stress on the third syllable, so I want you to put it on the first. Make the first one long and high. After I graduated from college.
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 Much better. Do it again. After I
graduated from college.
Again.
After I graduated from college.
Very good. It sounds much better. I want to really change the way you stress and where your intonation patterns go. It's a lot easier for English hearers to understand what you're saying. That's very nice. So, after I graduated from college, I practiced for 1 year.
For 1 year.
Now you say, I practiced for 1 year.
I practiced for 1 year.
Again.
I practiced for 1 year.
Okay. Let me help you with the word prac.
Prac.
Practice. Okay. Now at the end of this word, you're going to have to put the s and the t together. Practice. Okay, let's just say this. T-s-t. Okay, let me hear you have a T. T. Practice.
Or practice.
Okay, watch me. Practiced.
Practiced.
Good. That's great. Practiced.
Practiced.
Very nice. Now say it 5 times in a row.
Practiced. 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 Practiced.
Practiced. Very nice. Now say practiced for 1 year.
Practiced for 1 year.
After I graduated from college, I practiced for 1 year.
After I graduated from college, I practiced for 1 year.
Your intonation in that sentence is so much better. That was really great. Now, one thing to add is that in the word graduated, graduated, you're cheating me on one of the syllables, and that's the last syllable. Let's see if you can say the word graduated just by itself.
Graduated. Graduated.
Good. Keep going. I want to hear it 5 times.
Graduated. Graduated.
Okay, now watch. Be careful. You're doing this. You're going graduated. I want you to graduate it. So I'm going to have you start doing this again. Graduated. High, low, low, low. High, low, low, low. Graduated.
Graduated. Graduated. Graduated. Graduated.
Nice. Okay, the whole sentence. How about this? After I graduated from college, I practiced taekwondo for 1 year.
After I graduated from college,
Stop.
I practiced.
Stop. Okay, let's get the 1, 2, 3, 4 syllables on that word. Graduated.
Graduated.
Try it again.
After I graduated from college, I practiced taekwondo for 1 year.
Good. All right. Let me hear you say practiced.
Practice.
Practiced.
Practiced.
Good. All right. The whole sentence.
After I graduated from college, I practiced taekwondo for 1 year.
Okay. Much better stress and intonation. Can you hear it? Do you feel
Yes.
it? Is it better? Okay,
Yeah.
good. When you practiced taekwondo in San Jose, did you go to a dojo or were you on campus? Were you at San Jose State?
No, I went to the public, how do you call the private class?
Oh, private class?
Lesson. Yeah, private lesson.
Did you ever play any other sport?
Yes, volleyball. I used to play volleyball
Oh, where?
in college
In college. Oh.
and in high school. In high school.
Oh, right. Okay. Let me see you say this word. Volleyball. Ball.
Volleyball.
All right. Let's pay attention. Let's do the last part first. Let's just say the word ball.
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 Good. That's good. I like the way you're placing your tongue in the right place. Ball.
Ball.
Good. Very nice. Now, when you say the sound B, I want you to be aware of having the sound go outward and not inward. Now, in Vietnamese, we have to bring the sound in when we put the lips together, but in English, we have to send that sound out. So be aware of pushing the sound out when you say the ball, when you say that sound ball.
Ball.
Ball. Make sure it's going out. Ball.
Ball.
Good. Very nice. All right. Now, the V sound with the upper teeth on the lower lip. Volley.
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 Volleyball.
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 Very good. So what did you used to play? I used to play volleyball in college
and high school.
Okay, say it.
I used to play volleyball in college and in high school.
Very good. Okay, can I hear you with the word school with the L on the gum ridge, just like you did for ball? School. School. High school.
High school.
High school.
High school.
In college and high school.
In college, in high school.
I used to play volleyball in college and high school.
I used to play volleyball in college and in high school.
Nice! Very
Better.
good. Yeah, I like it.
Yes.
Okay. What else did you used to do?
I play piano.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah,
do you play anymore? Do you still play piano?
I still, yeah.
Okay, so I still,
yeah.
You still play piano, huh?
Yes.
All right, good. So one thing about this word, first of all, how many syllables are there in the word piano?
Piano, 3.
Okay, piano, you're right, 3. And where's the stress? Piano.
Piano. Look like the second one. Huh?
Right, the sounds like the second one. Looks like, sounds like.
Sound like. Yeah.
So
sound
looks,
like. Yes,
it looks like, it sounds like.
Sound like.
In Vietnamese, we'll say look like, right?
Yeah, you also like.
Okay? But
Sound
sometimes
like.
when we're thinking about pronunciation, then we can say it sounds like. It sounds like.
Second one.
Yeah, I want you to practice saying sounds like. Sounds like. Say, sounds like. It sounds like. It sounds like. It sounds like. It sounds like the second one.
Sound like second one.
Uh-huh. Put a z at the end. Sounds.
Sounds.
Right, because
Sounds
it's third
like.
person, singular. It sounds like.
It sounds like.
It sounds like the second syllable.
The second syllable.
It sounds like the second syllable.
It sounds like a second syllable.
Okay, dude, don't put any S on the end of K for like. Don't say likes, because this word like is a preposition.
Likes.
Put the Z at the end of sounds, because that's the verb. It sounds.
It sounds.
It sounds.
It sounds.
It sounds like
It sounds like
the second syllable.
second syllables.
You are right. So piano has 3 syllables, and we stress the second one. But when you say it, there's no stress. You say piano, piano has no stress. So how can you change that? How do you make it so the second syllable is stressed?
Piano.
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 All right, let's do it. Piano.
Piano.
Okay, 5 times.
Piano.
Piano.
Piano. Piano. Piano.
Good. And one thing that was really great, you started to link the 2 syllables together. That was wonderful, because at the beginning you were going piano with no stress and no linking, and now you have both. Now, so do you still play the piano?
Yes, I still play piano.
Good. All right. Now, when we say in English, we're talking about instruments, musical instruments, we always use the word the just before the name of the instrument. So that's different from sports. So when we say sports, we say to play basketball, to play volleyball. But when we use a musical instrument, we say to play the piano, to play the violin, to play the guitar. My husband plays a Chinese instrument. He plays the jinghu. Do you know what that is? So anyway, in English, we use the word the before a musical instrument. So I ask you, do you still play the piano?
Yes, I still play the piano.
Good. All right. That's good. You use the word the. Now, you need to change the pronunciation of the instrument that you play. Remember, it's 3, 2. So I want you to shoot yourself up on the second syllable.
I still play the piano.
Again.
I still play the pianos.
Again.
I still play the pianos.
Okay, smoothly.
I still play the piano.
You're stopping in front of the word the and piano. You're stopping in the middle. So try to say the piano, the piano.
Pianos.
Okay, I still play the piano.
Pianos.
I still play the piano.
Pianos.
Good. Okay. I think you did a great job on making the stress on the second syllable. But one of the things you did that sometimes happens is you add z at the end of that word, and you don't need the word z, the sound z, and you shouldn't put the sound z at the end of that word. So when you go back and listen to your recording, I think you'll hear, if you put your ears close to your recording, you'll hear sometimes you put z at the end where it doesn't belong. And this time, let's try to do it without the word z. I still play the piano.
I still play the pianos.
Again.
I still play the pianos.
But don't put z at the end. Okay, listen to the difference. Listen, you're saying pianos. Pianos with z at the end. Don't put z at the end. Piano. Listen to the difference. Piano. Pianos. Piano. Pianos. Don't put s on the end. I play the piano with no z. I still play the piano.
I still play piano.
Very good. Much better. Now say still.
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 Okay.
I
So,
still,
all right, good.
I still play.
Still. Watch. You're putting your tongue in the right place when you think about it. Good. But you're not thinking about it all the time. So you need to remind yourself that L does that. You can do it when you're thinking about it. So you need to sort of monitor yourself. The other thing is you're putting a glottal stop right before the L. You're saying closing here and then
Still.
So I want you to keep this open. All right, still. Still. I tell you, most people won't notice that. They won't be able to tell you that, but I know that's what you're doing. I know how the Vietnamese sounds go, and you have closing, 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 part of the Vietnamese language. And so that's what you're doing. Still. Instead of still. I still play the piano.
Play a piano.
The piano.
The piano.
Not piano.
Piano.
Piano. All right. Now say this sentence as many times as you can smoothly. So it's really got everything connected with the right number of syllables and the right stress and linking.
I still play the piano. I still play the piano. I still play the pianos.
You put an S on
play
there.
the pianos. No S sound.
Ah, okay, try again.
No.
All right, try again.
Yeah, I got that one.
Oh, you got it now. Now you start to hear it. That's good.
Yeah. I still play piano.
All right, that's good. Good. Okay, so in our lesson for chapter 2, we are really focusing on the sounds and zzz, so we can start to hear them everywhere and pronounce them well. And you know that we have this story called Liz's Exercise Program.